In most classrooms, the only way to read a comic book is to hide it in your textbook. But in one classroom at Dalhousie University, the comic is the textbook. Lucy Scully reports.
Anthony Enns loves comic books. His collection includes everything from the classics to pulp fiction to graphic novels. But he doesn't just read comics for fun. He's a Dalhousie University professor who studies them.
From a cultural studies perspective, comic books are fascinating. No, just three differences.
Enns teaches a course on popular culture and modernity. It examines popular culture's effect on society and society's effect on popular culture.
So I really re-envisioned it as an introduction to cultural studies, a course that would actually give people a good sense of the basic and the history of cultural studies as a field, and that it could teach a kind of methodology that they could end up using in other courses.
The Popular Culture and Modernity course covers a variety of topics, including music videos, slasher films, and television. But Enns says students seem especially interested in the comic book section. What do you think about the idea of studying comics in university?
I think it's really important. I think these kinds of pop cultural things that we're studying, like movies and music and comics, we take them all for granted. We're all really familiar with this kind of stuff.
It was a surprise to me in the course, but I thought it was an interesting way to look at feminist criticism, which I found that was the main thing that I took away from the class.
I think they're definitely a worthwhile subject of study. I mean, I think there's a lot you can learn about your culture in sort of looking at the individual expressions of popular culture.
It's not just Enns and his students who think studying comics is a great idea. Other professors think they're just as valuable.
The first comic book that I ever remember getting in issues was Johnny Quest, I think.
David Puxley is a teaching fellow at the University of King's College. He says comics are emerging as a new form of literature.
I think one reason to care about comics is that they're a very sort of vibrant part of our present cultural context.
Students will soon have the chance to study comics in this literary context. Enns is starting a course on comic books next semester. For The Facts, I'm Lucy Scully.